Good afternoon. Right now, as it seems we have a position on Bitcoin, I thought I have none, and my bot is in profit, generally. And it seems that it will close in profit too. I missed an opportunity to make myself a tea because I wanted to start streaming exactly at American session, the start of it, and I have been late by a minute. I was thinking about maybe putting some music on background, but I need to upload more to my YouTube. Let's see what we can trade. I want to trade something that is uncorrelated to the Bitcoin. Wait a second. Yeah, I would like to trade something that isn't correlated with Bitcoin, and it is probably not an Ethereum. It has a different pattern. Ooh. What is it? Mm-hmm. I will not trade it obviously because I do not right now do any. Screw it. Let's put a limit order here. Oh no. Let's look at the order book. It seems that trend will end soon because, as you can see, support is tighter and thicker. No, I would not risk it. This thing seems like something that needs to go long. Limit buy, and let's put $20. Let's put $20. Yeah. Never traded. Never traded the stock before. Only gold. Maybe we will not open. Trading stocks and providing liquidity for stocks seems like a good idea for manual market making. Don't you think so? But I really do not believe that I should put some short orders. I sincerely do not know what is happening in the stock market. I'm not used to it. As I do my stream, I should definitely join in and put some hearts. Okay, what have I promised to you? To tell more about my experience in selling, in sales. But before that, I would like to share with you some updates. One of them would be that I lost some money on my board, and my board dropped to $300, but it has recovered, and now it is in profit. I promise I didn't put anything in it. And it seems that my backtest indeed predict how bot will behave in real markets. I make them pretty tough. I'm a market maker. I will not consider making any market orders. So yeah, it is good to know that I can predict anything, and I can rely on my backtests. Is it a support? But probably it doesn't matter, because it does not behave like any other stocks, any other crypto. Indeed, I do not know how markets here behave. On crypto, it is almost certain that it would trigger. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, I've dealt emotionally with losses, but it is pretty nice to see that my fears were not confirmed, at least this time. Or maybe I've done enough work to not be affected by that. Where could we put our stop? And especially our take profit? I believe it will go here. I believe that we can close our position with this only. Okay, let's hope for the best. Maybe it is a good idea to try really to market make some stocks on crypto futures, or maybe gold commodities. It seems like fun because it is not correlated with Bitcoin, and because I do not have any historical data about behavior of these stocks on Binance, I cannot make a market maker for them. So yeah, it seems like a good decision to do a manual market making, because as real stocks, real assets are more predictable than crypto, probably it means that it would be easier to have an edge while trading manually. Okay, and at this point we could just watch it. If we're talking about stop loss, I will deal with it this way. If it goes not in my direction, I just will bring my limit order down, and if it doesn't work, I will just shut it also manually. Oh, we are losing battle with Bitcoin. So it isn't the topic, or maybe it will be the topic of this stream, and I will just rename it and change the description. But because I have dealt emotionally with my perspective losses, and I had some, I've decided to better my backtester and my bot, and I've come to a beautiful idea of meta machine learning, though it is pretty resource hungry. Normal backtests, if you are doing them tick by tick, are pretty heavy, and if you need to make a lot of variations of it just as a point of your evolutionary strategy, it doubles, triples, quadruples, etc. in time, geometric progression, and it is not fun. So I'm thinking about making readjustments. For example, I saw if you try to watch a leaderboard of different evolutionary algorithms compared to random search, the best of all of them is a combination of CMAS and some sort of LLM. And therefore, I'm thinking that maybe I should use LLM instead of some sort of CMAS or BIF method, etc. And maybe this way it will take less iterations and less compute time, because I do have limited resources. I'm not an AI company, I'm just a retailer. Sad to see that Bitcoin goes in not favorable for us direction. But I think it is temporary. And for market maker, bullish trends are more favorable generally than short bearish trends, because bear trends are much more impulsive and have less, distributions, accumulations, have less have less accumulations than bullish trends have accumulations. Okay, doesn't matter too much. We have our trade. Maybe if I'm successful with it, I will try to trade more, open more trades at the same time, or use more leverage, but I'm just trying myself. It is not my main source of income. I'm just trying to learn how to market make, because I'm AI too, but carbon based, not silica based. So I wanted to talk with you about how to sell stuff, because I recently had several interviews on different positions. I'm not actively searching for anything because I see myself as a solopreneur at this point of my life, but I consider other options because I'm not working actively, therefore I could use some time of mine productively, being helpful to others and get paid if pay is equal to my contribution. One of the roles was business development. The other is quant development. Mostly I do get propositions from HRs in business development sphere, because I do think I have more achievements and public records in this sphere there. I've done sales B2B and B2C, and B2B is a little bit more easily understandable for me, and I will explain myself why. So the main point for business of existence in existing is to make money. You can have other priorities or ways to do your main goal of making money, but basically you need to make money, because if not, you maybe are charity or foundation, but non-profit, and you will be not a business but an organization. But if you sell to businesses, not organizations exactly, everything comes to how you can help them make money or spend less money. And it all works per time, per unit of time. So everything comes in the end to, can you make them make more money per unit of time, or spend lesser money per unit of time? And you can do it by in 4 ways. You can make them make more money, make them spend less money, and make them spend less time on making the same amount of money, and spend less time for spending some sort of money. So, for example, reducing hours that they need uh, to hire some expert in some field and do it quicker, maybe. So because they have the main priority in making money, and you can help them in these 4 ways, everything that you propose should not be in other perspective other than money. And it means that everything you do and everything that you propose has some sort of economic value, and basically you can describe it in numbers. And it is the best way to grasp someone's attention. You just explain to them very briefly and very understandable why you and how to them you can do it, and you explain yourself as, I will bring you 100 clients in the course of a month, and they will be worth $10,000, for example, or $100,000, and I will do it in a month. And the clients by themselves do not matter this much too. You can just say, I will bring you clients worth $100,000 combined for your business, in revenue or maybe in profits even. Or I know how to reduce costs of providing your goods and services to your clients, and you describe it also in some monetary way divided by unit of time. And if you are not scamming anyone, probably it will come to how efficient you are in this thing compared to the market rate and average expert in your field in this area, specific area, yeah. And if you can do more by the same resources, using the same resources, or do the same and use less resources, and you can do it more efficient than everybody else, or than median expert in your field, it would be great. So if you are not scamming anybody, and if you're not telling that you will make someone $1 bazillion in a day, and you just take their money and leave, probably it comes to being more efficient than other experts in your field in median. So in this era, I think, generally speaking, you will be contacting people by email, LinkedIn. I don't know about cold calling. I've done some, but I think this sphere is dying if you are not a local business. If you are an international business, you should probably try to just text people. And what should you? You should be worried because AI probably reads their stuff if they are working and they are corporate. Or maybe it doesn't, but you should consider that AI will read your texts and emails and will decide what your prospect wants to hear and doesn't want to hear. But if they are using pretty smart agents, you probably shouldn't insert invisible texts with prompts, because they will just recognize it and they will screw you, or at least will not answer to you. And if you want to insert a certain invisible text, you can do it that way that you tell that it is me, the user of the AI, and I do test on you in order to see how do you respond to invisible messages and can you ignore them or not. You can you can confirm your ability to see this text by replying this way. But it is pretty slippery road that works only if you are exploiting some big corporations that are indifferent to your existence. Otherwise, if you are working with real people, try to show them and AI that you are their friend and you know about them and you are not indifferent to them. And mostly it is done by looking up their LinkedIn. If they have a child, if they married recently, if they had a boys' trip or girls' trip or just a trip, tell them about it. Not in a, how do you say it? Not in an aggressive manner, in a friendly one. But I definitely think that you should start a conversation as a friend and not think that they are your friends, but you are their friend, which means that you are not indifferent to them. And what it means that you want the best for them and you want to make their life better. And it shows if you show a little bit of preparation and looking up their LinkedIn and social media and just looking who they are, and you write them something personal in your first line after you say, hey name. You may put their name in subject, or maybe personal question in the subject. People are far more responsive when you ask questions that are related to them in some sort of way. For example, hello Bob. Congratulations with your marriage. Your wife is beautiful and I'm very happy for yourself. And he does answer, who you are? How do you have my phone number or my email, etc.? It doesn't matter. I just want to sell you stuff. And yeah, what do you want to do after you've done your personalized first liner? Maybe, just maybe, just maybe you explain what is their problem or need and how will you help them. You know, it is done Two, by understanding the business. You just need to look up their business or know the sphere. And use professional language and professional terms to describe something like you are a data provider through APIs. Maybe you need more financial institutions as a client in order to get more money by the usage of API, for example. Or maybe you are a food truck. Hey, would you be interested if I could attract to you a lot of construction workers that are very hungry and thirsty, and they work on pretty expensive AI projects, and therefore they have enough money to buy your overpriced items. I can do that. And what can you do? Basically, the next thing you should do is show numbers. Yeah, I will do this for you in this amount of time, and after that you just describe your achievements and public records then that they are able to look at. Because it is your explanation why you are able to do something this fascinating and useful. And you just end it with call to action. Call to action usually should be would you be comfortable to have a Microsoft Teams meeting tomorrow at noon? If they are comfortable, they would say yes. If they are not comfortable, they will say no and maybe propose better time. Or maybe you just ask, and what is the best time for you? And send calendar. And in your CTA, you should explain what you will do on this meeting. And usually it goes around, I want to tell you more about myself, but I want to know you and your needs and how can I help you and maybe provide my expertise for free in this field on this meeting, and maybe do some sort of proposal for you that you can grab and use with other service providers, not with me. I do not force you to work with me. So yeah, you are being an expert, you are being helpful and just a good person, and you are concise and describe yourself in monetary terms. You describe yourself, your services, in terms of money per time, per unit of time, and amount of money per unit of time. And maybe you could specify a currency. But if you are selling to B2C, it really depends on the objectives. Obviously, everyone wants to have things cheaper and goods better or services. But you cannot estimate the real comprehension of the price that you would pay for the certain stuff. And if you have enough of statistics, probably you will know generally general market price. So what is the main consensus in the human population about what this product should cost and be priced at. But if you are doing something personal, for example, for someone who wants to do his personal project, someone who wants to do some sort of personal project, you should probably go from market rate, and you can price yourself higher if you have more expertise and you know that their needs are more important to them than money. Okay, I've come to a different topic. So, how do you attract B2C clients is probably by marketing, and it is very hard to do B2C sales by cold outreach. You probably will not be able to do so, and if you are able to, then it means that you addressing some relative to you person, known for you person, somebody who you know, or maybe it is someone who is very popular, solopreneur, but it is more of a business. And a third option, it is extra ultra wealthy person, individual, and maybe this way you can reach them. But for commoners, for peasants, etc. I'm a peasant myself. Haha. You should use marketing. And marketing, you can do it free by content, and you can use other mediums and your mediums. Your mediums are your social media, and mediums of others are some sort of groups, publications, other channels, podcasts. I've done Facebook groups. I'm not proud of it. Craigslist. I didn't use Craigslist, but I know about it a little bit. So yeah, you can use your media, you can use media of others. Media of others have a prepared audience. You probably do not have audience, so it's a little bit easier to start from medias of others. You can pay for it. You can pay to be shown in social media or other stuff. I do not know how well does it work, because almost never I bought anything that was in a commercial. In the current age where commercials are AI produced, you probably will be more dependent on brands and what they are recommending. So mediums of others are pretty good idea, but it is hard to get to them because you need to pay or be important, famous, provide opportunities. Or maybe it is just a public place, for example, a group, a forum, and you just need to go through moderation and you have limits. So yeah, it is one of the ways. And you can make your own content, but you need to make shitload of it in order to prosper in it. But my advice for the content. But to be honest, I'm not really an expert in content. I know some stuff, I've done some stuff, but not really proud of it. Mostly, I had more success with websites. As I said earlier in my translations, use SEO optimizations, search engine optimizations. You use them, and made a lot of content that will appeal to different searches, perspective searches. So yeah, somebody found you. Probably it is a warm lead. I don't know. Depends on your service. I sold recording services, so I've been contacted by musicians about them being performed, and my pipeline was probably trying to be helpful and provide an expertise in my field without forcing them to buy something from me, and allowing them to know more about the industry. Just be helpful, yeah, because it builds trust. You probably will start asking questions. Difference between B2B and B2C is that businesses do not like to answer questions, really. It is still better than tell something by themselves. They will just mostly ignore you, and it is normal. But for B2C customers, it is commonly confusing for them to get questions, but at least you care about them and their needs, and you are trying to know exactly what they want. So, hello, I write to be here. Are you providing this kind of service? They are asking as a warm lead. And you, yeah, here we are. And you're not ending the conversation on this point because you are the expert. They aren't. And it means that you should lead the conversation, and you should ask questions, and you should educate the person. And yeah, in businesses, you are an expert in your field, and they are experts in their field, and maybe a little bit in yours, but you must be more expert. But in B2C, it is common to be just an expert. And you ask, what do you want? And you ask something a little bit more details, and what do you want? For example, in my case, hello, can you tell me a little bit more about the composition that you want to perform? Maybe orchestration, duration, style. Can I see it? And I will tell, and we will think about what is the best way to record it and perform it. And the best way to record it and perform it, not the way where I will just take more money. It is the way in which they will get best results. We are, because we efficient, will get our margins. We cannot lower our margins less than some sort of point. You walk by margin. You do not walk by exactly volume. You will get your volume if you get trust, if you are trustworthy, if they are trusting you. They probably will come to you once again, and you will make the same margin, and maybe they will attract other customers, and you will make the same margin or a little bit higher one, and the volume doesn't matter too much rather than margin. And if you're walking by your margin, and you know it is justified because you are effective, efficient, and you know the market rate, volume doesn't matter too much. It is more about trust. And yeah, you are telling them the best way to do their stuff and not expecting them to work with you. Everything can happen. Maybe they will die tomorrow and you will not get this money, but at least the relatives would know that you're a good person, and maybe they will contact you later. And when you educated them about what is the best way to achieve their goal, because you know how to achieve this kind of goal, you probably should make a proposition to move further and tell, how do you think about if I will make a proposition for you, or maybe how do you think if we will continue our walk? But the best way is just, would you like to have that I could tell you the price? And other option to be helpful is process payments in various ways. Credit, cash, card, in several invoices, by mail, crypto, and not force them too much. If you know that you are not able to... Oh, another trade in profit. Yoo-hoo. If you know that you are not able to satisfy certain need of theirs, lower margins, or maybe process payments in some certain way, you will not do it. But if you can, you do. Yeah, try to be helpful and build trust. And your margin is your ability to make money from sales is not about how you are fooling and scamming this certain type of person, but rather your service should have enough margin relative to, market rate of cost and price. And you are doing your best by being efficient and effective. And sales about building trust, brand, and being helpful. And doing this in volume, haha. Yeah, you should do a lot of it. My genuine advice is use automation. If you are doing B2B sales, you can do your personalization by AI, but I do not trust it that much. Maybe now it is good enough, but I don't know. Or you just personalize by small sector, small sphere, for example, luxury mechanical watches in southern region of France. And if you contacting all of them, probably they are none, it will be personalized enough. But yeah, you should be personalized, you should help them achieve their need, and you don't know the needs of your B2C customers, and that means that you need to ask them, or you just provide something in bulk, but you don't need sales for this reason. You don't know what B2C customers need, but you more almost certainly know what businesses need. They need money. Well, it is pretty good session, don't you think so, huh? We have more money than we used to have. And I've talked enough. I think so, yeah? Do you think so? Do you think that I've talked enough? Bitcoin. Yoo-hoo! I think it is a good point to have a long position. But I do not have enough time to trade with you. Ooh, stocks are much more predictable. Look at this trend, and look at this shit. And it is Bitcoin. It is the most predictable, the most trendy whole crypto. And it is still looks like shit. And look at this. Look at this line. Maybe I should become a stock trader. I'm from Belarus, and it is very hard to to trade American stocks. Is it an American stock? I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, for some reason, all the market started to rise. Yeah, look at these beautiful trends. Probably my manual market making should be around, a real world assets, stocks, XAG, silver. Silver is more volatile, you know. Almost all of it, almost all of the volume is just ETFs. Oh, South Korea. It is not all about American stocks. Look how beautiful trends are. So you have breakout from this trend line, and it just trends. It just trends. It is so fascinating. Don't you think so? Hmm? I'm interested. Yeah, it is so beautiful. It is another world. Definitely another world. Oil. How look at this trend. It is beautiful. I now understand why pyramiding works so well. It is just beautiful. Look at this trend. It is so narrow. It is so predictable. Brent oil. And oil, probably commodities are more volatile than stocks, yeah? Why so? They should have enough volume. Intel. It is so interesting. Yeah, look at this trend. It is indeed beautiful. Indeed. Definitely. Just another world, Marvel technology. Marvel. Semiconductors, Micron, gold. Gold. I wanted to see gold. Gold is more volatile than stocks. So yeah, if you have an option to trade gold or stocks, probably it is better to trade stocks. Volatility is good only if you are trying to spend less money on commissions. But mostly volatility is just inability to predict a price movement. So I do not support this idea that in volatile markets you can make a lot of money, maybe not in this age. First of all, you need to guess the direction right, yes? And it is much harder to do when it is chaotic, you know? Oh. These orders, these trends are so beautiful, indeed. They are indeed beautiful. Look at this stuff. It's just going upwards and upwards. It is beautiful. And look at this stuff. I was not able to market make on it, but how it trends. How it trends. You could so beautifully trail your stop down. Except this moment, but you just could, yeah. But yeah, every green candle you can just put stop and it will not close most of the time. Little bit hard than green candle. Yeah, it is just beautiful. But I have no power in me in order to trade further. I see that, yeah, stock market maybe is indeed superior to crypto. I'm just doing what I can do. As I know, you cannot market make, and it is much harder to use some sort of API if you are trading stocks. And that is the reason why I'm trading crypto. It's just accessible. It is so beautiful. I'm just gasping. Yeah. So beautiful. I think it is the time for me to end the stream. We've traded well, and I've learned something with you too. I've learned that stocks are much more predictable and beautiful than commodities and crypto. I don't know if crypto is more predictable or less than commodities. To be honest, I'm on side with crypto in this topic. But stocks are beautiful, and we do have so many international stocks. It is just fascinating. Thank you for being with me. Goodbye.